right. Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here with my friend Ellis Bullard.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming back to meet us again.
Hella.
We have found ourselves back in Challis, Idaho.
Yes, sir.
But you know what's cool this year? You're on the bill of the Braun Brothers reunion.
All has gone according to plan.
Yeah?
I drew this out 3 years ago, and I said we're going to just show up. The next year, we're going to try and get a little further, and the third year, we're going to play the fest, and everything fell right into line.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And so, just to refresh our viewers' memory, we met you here last year at the Roadhouse. We were doing
Yes,
our
sir.
interviews.
The Challis Roadhouse. So,
Yeah.
our first year out in Challis, we were playing an after party for the festival. So this family hired us to go out to their campsite. They had a bunch of campers and stuff, and we just did an after party, and we played that, and we're like, dude, this place is so cool. Obviously we know a lot of friends that are playing the festival and stuff, so they told us to come up, but we didn't have any tickets or nothing, and we decided just to try to get in. So I drove up in our van that you see,
Right.
and I hit him with the two-finger wave. And I two-finger waved my way through security, and we parked right next to the Reckless bus, and we got to smoozing and boozing, and the next year we ended up booking a show over at the Challis Roadhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the Challis Roadhouse, I don't know if Muzzy was there or word got out to Muzzy that we played a really good set, and we'd done a few things that past year with Reckless and with Mickey and them, and
Sure.
it just all came together.
Yeah.
And man, it was so cool.
Well, it's a little bit, networking, whatever you want to call it. It's the same with us with the podcast. We showed up here last year. When we got in town, we had done 2 interviews, and I just told you on the way over here.
Yeah.
Since then, I think we did 8 or 10 last year here, which with Cody,
Right.
with
heavy
Django,
hitters.
with some great artists, and yourself, and actually Jay Naz, who is your manager,
Yep.
right? Jay is the drummer for Reckless, and Jay asked us at the Roadhouse. We were interviewing a young girl who had been playing there at lunchtime, and he said, "Hey, would you interview Ellis Bullard?" I said, "Yeah, I don't know who that is, but you bet." And you know what? We became instant fans.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
So-
Instant fans, but friends.
Yeah,
nonetheless.
that's
And
cool. Well,
happy to call you a friend.
We appreciate that, and this has been fun. So to see you come back, but we followed you all year on social media, so we've seen you cut a wide swath everywhere.
Been whipping ass all over.
Yes,
the
you
place.
have. You have. Yeah, but you've been living the hard life of the rock star. You got van troubles here, and
Yes, sir. The road giveth and the road taketh away.
So it's been a good year for you, though.
It's been great, man. I can't complain. I've got just my band is. We're all so close, but it takes a lot to ask somebody to get in a van for a month and to go take a risk on making their living, and for them to show up like they do, and even in like the least of the. Man, we've had some pretty rough fucking gigs. Sorry, rough gigs. And
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
These guys show up every night, so
Yeah.
I'm so stoked to have them with me.
Yeah.
And
So tell us a little bit about your bandmates. So who's in your band?
so the band is Thomas Heritage. That's our bass player. He lives in Austin, Texas now.
Okay.
He's originally from Cottage Grove, Oregon.
Okay.
He's played with Summer Dean, Jesse Daniels, a lot of your traditional mainstays in the country scene.
Sure.
He's held down the low end, and Kyle Ponder, an ex Moon Pie, now Silverado. He was their drummer for a long time, and
Okay, so it's the drummer that was with the
With the
Moon
Moon
Pies.
Pies,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And so Kyle came on board about 2 years ago, and Sam's been with me for about 4 years now. And Sam started off on pedal steel, and our original lead guitar player Adam Duran ended up going to go play lead guitar for Kate Budds.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Right. So I always tell people running a band is a lot like like owning a AAA baseball team. You've got to have a solid lineup of starters, but you have to be ready for the big league to come and tap a player on the shoulder and call them up to the show, and you got to have somebody there to fill the
Well,
slot.
your bandmates are no different than you are. I mean, you're all on that quest to make to the next level, right?
I think the thing is we all want to be the best at what we do. So whether it's fronting a band, writing music, playing lead guitar, playing bass, playing drums, they just want to be the best at what they do, and we all show up to try and want to be better.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of drives us all to work a little harder,
Sure.
and tighten things up, and just be
Sure.
as good and tight as we can.
How many gigs have you done since I saw you last? Since last year about this time? Any idea?
I couldn't tell you where I'm playing tomorrow.
Oh, really?
I just know it's a lot, man. I would say like on our busy years, we're playing over 200 shows a year.
No kidding. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're living the. This is not for the weak of heart, and this we've said
No,
that
but
to
it's
a
what
lot
we
of people.
sign up for. It's what we do. It's kind
Yeah.
of like I always tell people. It's like, you know, if I was a plumber, I'd be a plumber. If I was a welder, I'd be a welder. You call me up to do a job, I'd do a job. I'm a
Yeah.
songwriter and a performer. So
Yeah.
if there's a stage and there's a need for my job, I'll go do it. And
you do it for the love of the music, right?
it is, man. It is the you know, it's not like I'm. You've seen the van. It's not like I'm out here rolling in it, but it keeps the lights on, man. It keeps my heart full. I worked a gig out of college and stuff, and by the time I graduated, I was already opening for Cody Johnson, Whiskey Myers, and all these guys. But I wasn't really breaking out anywhere, and by the time I graduated, I had to get a job to try and support my rock star lifestyle.
Right.
So I got a job in oil and gas sales, and I was qualifying the 1%. And so I was cold calling the 1%. And it was like getting a pissing contest with these guys to try and figure out if they were worth the money that they were trying to get them into the thing with. And after a while, I was like, man, I'm making this guy rich. I'm broke. I'm not playing as much music as I'd like to be. So I stole the pitch from the job and quit and started cold calling venues. So I took the book and was like, hey, I don't know who I'm supposed to speak to. Maybe you could point me in the right direction. And I started booking shows. And by the end of it, I was like, you know, my calendar is full. My band's paid, and now all it is just keeping at it.
Just keeping at it. Well, that's cool because you everything happens for a reason.
1,000%.
And we go through these stepping stones. You know, you knew how to play. You're a musician, but you had to go through that to figure out how to be your own guy, to book your own shows and to fill your calendar. And had you not experienced that, maybe you'd have never figured that part of it out. That was just part of the game.
We got to accept that sometimes even knowing somebody's not enough. So you can be so talented and you can know as many people, but sometimes it ain't enough. And sometimes you got to build your own table to where somebody else goes, hey, I want to see at what you're doing.
Right.
And so I had to build myself up to where somebody else would notice, like Chris from Atomic Music was like, yo, this independent artist is doing amazing right now. And I feel like if we got behind him and we put our system in place with him, we could take this to a new level. So that's
Sure.
whenever we
Well,
part.
and then you have guys like Jay Naz find you and believe in you. And Jay's been in the business for how many years?
Man, you couldn't say. It's longer than I can. I don't got enough fingers.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
count on
yeah.
that. But yeah, man. The funny thing about that is, I randomly met at the Continental Club in Austin, our mutual friend now, Yellen, and him and Yellen used to tour manage Reckless Kelly back when they were still riding around in a Tahoe with
Sure.
a trailer. And so he saw us play the Continental Club. He was like, "Hey, man, like, I don't know if you know who Reckless Kelly is, but my buddy Jay Naz drums for him, but he also has a management company, and he's only managing one other person, and I really love what you're doing. I want to try and introduce y'all." And he was like, if there's any way you're going to be at Braun Brothers, I'll be up there and I'll introduce yourselves.
Right.
So that second year, or the first year, whenever we played just that private party, we
Sure.
finger waved our way in.
Yeah.
I linked up with Yellen backstage. Yellen introduced me to Jay Naz. Jay was like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'll check you out. A year later, you know, we're being represented by him. We're introduced to y'all.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, we're playing the festival.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about what the music and what's going on, because we just watched you do a set here at the BBR.
Yep.
And awesome. You're spot on. Your band's phenomenal. Unbelievable. But you just said that you're working on your third album.
Yes, sir.
So you've cut two. The first one was, tell me the title of
Piss
it.
Hot,
Piss
Freight Line
Hot,
Country.
Freight
You
Line
almost said
Country.
it. Yeah.
I almost said it. I had it right on the tip of my tongue.
Right.
So, and then the second one was
Honky Tonk Ain't Noise Pollution.
Noise Pollution. Love that too. Is it still painted on the side of the van?
Yes, sir.
You betcha. Okay. So, but what's this one going to be called? Have you titled the album yet?
I'm thinking bigger, better, and Western.
Okay. I like it. Bigger, better, and Western.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, how many songs?
Well, right now we've got 9 originals. We're thinking about maybe putting some covers on a record that we've never done before.
You've never done covers on
Never
your
put
record?
covers on a record, no sir.
Okay.
And we're thinking about doing it. I mean, we're thinking about recording maybe first quarter of next year.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of co-writes planned with like Matt Hilliard.
Love Matt Hilliard.
Man,
He's on my
1100
list.
Springs.
He's on my list. I met him in Fort Worth. Well, we saw him here 2 years ago. He was part of Django and Friends. He's one of Django's buddies, right? So, what a guitar player!
Oh, man.
My gosh.
Well, just like that 1100 Springs record, Here 'Tis, came out right around the time Steak Night at the Prairie Rose came out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, these are 2 crazy country records competing for #1 right now. Not like on like a chart or like a thing, but it's just for my heart, for my palate.
But they
I
did
really
well.
enjoyed
They did
it.
well on Texas charts, right?
I don't pay attention to none of that. But I really loved, man, I just loved that record. And man.
So you've got some rights with Matt on this record?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir. Cool. With Matt Hilliard, I've even got a tune that me and Willie Braun are working on.
Cool.
And man, I could just go on for days. The guys that I'm just running ideas with and trying to get some stuff out.
Now now Cody's kind of taking a back seat. They're slowing down on their touring as well, but they're doing more. Cody's been doing some recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he recorded an album for a kid out of Wyoming. Kalen Beasley. Have you met Kalen?
I have not.
Yeah,
but I've heard good things. Cody's brought him up.
Yeah,
so.
Good kid. We've interviewed him a couple times. Yeah, he's
Okay.
a great guy. So
that's a crazy thing too. Is the music scene and community seems so big, but it's so small once you get in. And like all the talent that's around, it's just crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell people all the time. I said, give me 5 minutes, we'll connect the dots. Even in the music deal, just in the year we've been doing the podcast, we've been so fortunate to have met some, great people to help us introduce us to somebody else, and it just goes and grows and grows, right? So same deal, and that Texas music scene's so cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We spent 2 weeks down there, and I was just telling you on the way over here, you were playing somewhere, and I don't remember if Miss Yanda remembers, and we had a conflict that night. We'd made a commitment to be. Was he at the Continental? I think you might have been at the Continental.
That could have been that show that Yellen was at.
And because we actually, Tyler and the Train Robbers were playing at the Saxon.
Okay.
And we went over to the Saxon and ran into Cody and Jeff Crosby. Nice. And anyway, but there was so much going on there. We just were overwhelmed.
That's Austin for you.
Oh, well, and New Braunfels. We actually did 3 interviews in Green Hall.
Chee!
Yeah, that was cool. Have you got to play there?
We have, man. We've opened for Jack Ingram over that way.
Oh, wow.
We got to open for Ray Wiley Hubbard over there. And
2 of my
Ray is
favorites.
just the coolest guy ever, man. I love Ray.
We've met him, but not got to interview him. But
always
on
say
our list.
that if y'all are familiar with Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wooderson,
all right.
Wooderson couldn't hold Ray's jockstrap. Ray is that much cooler than Wooderson. We were opening for Ray Wiley and his boy over at Kane's Ballroom in Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
And sold out crowd, huge room. And I left my phone in my jacket in the green room. So after we got done playing, I was like, I need to go get my stuff. So I ran into the green room real quick, and I saw Ray getting ready. And I said, hey, Mr. Ray, thank you for the opportunity. We had a blast, and it's a great room out there. There's a lot of people, and it sounds great. And he just looks up from his guitar and goes, yeah, man, it's going to be sloppy cool. And I was like, what? I was like, this guy is amazing.
We got on an airplane in Atlanta headed to Key West to Mile Zero Fest, and Ray's sitting in first class, and we get on the plane, and I go, hey, Ray Wiley, looking forward to your show in Key West. And he looks at me and he smiles. He goes, yeah, it'll be a time, he says.
The first time I met Ray, I was in San Marcos in college, and I was just going through the little HEB. If y'all are familiar with the San Marcos layout, there's a little HEB and a big HEB. I was at the little one, and I'm going through the checkout line. I happen to kind of like nudge a cart with somebody. I look up, and I see him. I go, man, that guy looks like Ray Wiley Hubbard. He goes, yeah, he sure does.
He's just chill, all the time.
Yeah, he's like Wooderson 1 million. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Wooderson couldn't hold his jaw. That's the coolest guy ever.
I've listened to a lot of his interviews and podcasts, and he's just chill. He's just a cool dude.
He goes, yeah, man, I'll be sloppy cool. I can't wait to get to that twilight of my career.
There you go. Well, he's earned it. That guy's
Amen.
earned it. He has earned it. And to be that cool and that chill at in his 70s, and he's been sober for like 30 years.
There's probably something to it. I'll figure it out at some point, but not right now.
No. Well, cool. So you don't know where you're going tomorrow, but
we're headed to McCall, Idaho.
Are you going to McCall?
Yeah.
Well,
we got to drive 96 miles, but it's going to take us 5.5 hours. So.
Oh no.
I'm ready to get back to Texas, where
the roads are really, really.
Where 95 miles isn't a full day commit.
Is it only 95 miles from
here to McCall? Is 95 miles, but it's 6 hours because you got to take a mountain.
Oh yeah. You got the passes.
No way around.
It's this is Idaho. Welcome to God's country.
You ain't lying. It's beautiful.
And there's
you
nobody here.
You can try and complain all you want, but you can't.
No, there's no complaining here. This is so gorgeous. So
look at that golf course.
Oh yeah. Well, this whole deal. I mean, you drive through town and there's deer walking down the street in Challis.
Literally
Idaho.
On our way back to go get changed before we came to the set, we saw a bunch of doe just walking down the street.
Yep. So, yeah. It is. We tell everybody it's God's country for sure. Well, listen, man. I know you got to get back up and sign autographs. This is a crazy busy place, and it's hard.
Screw those people, dude.
Those are your fans. You need to go sign those autographs.
Bro.
Sell that merch so you can put some gas in that van and keep it on the road.
That pit.
The money pit.
Son.
You get the tranny fixed, because wasn't that the last?
Yeah, our transmission went out, and we got our transmission replaced, and they charged us a whopping $6,100, only for us to drive all the way from Texas to California to be coming through a mountain pass coming from Bakersfield to Santa Cruz to find out that the shop didn't program the transmission.
Oh,
so
no.
we were in limp mode going down a mountain and couldn't downshift to engine brake. So we were jamming our brakes the whole time, shaking all over the road. And we finally get to Sacramento, and I call the garage, and I'm like, yo, what happened? And we ended up finding a mobile mechanic, shout out to Oleg in Sacramento. He showed up with like an iPad and like jailbroke our thing and programmed everything, and now
got you on the road.
We're tip-top Magoo, man. Ready to go.
Good deal. Well, that's a little scary when them outfits run.
Especially you come from South Texas, dude.
Well,
everything's
flat. Yeah, but you've got some. Man, that's a big state. There's a lot of country. We left Idaho last October, spent 2 weeks, and drove 4,000 miles, and did interviews from Lubbock to New Braunfels to Round Top to Fort Worth. We went all the way up and interviewed old Brian White from the Damn Quails.
Oh, B. White.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Man, I love B. White, dude.
He's a good guy.
He's either, you show up and you don't know if he's going to be throwing hatchets or ninja stars, or he's a mismatist and he's checking out these coins. But he's also one of the better minds and better like songwriters.
Oh, what a songwriter.
And visionaries of our whole, whatever you want to call it, musical little generation or whatever. I love Brian White.
He's a great guy. Met him in Mile Zero years ago, and I said, he said, where are you from, Byron? And I said, I'm from Idaho. He said, man, we love Idaho. He had been up here and played the festival, right? And he says, why don't you hire me to come back and do a house show? I said, Brian, I can't afford that. And he's, well, you never know. And
you'd be surprised. I'll get in a bind. I'll come up.
We get to visit, and he goes, I said, well, I'll follow you on social media. I'll message you. And he goes, no, here's my cell phone. So when we did our Texas trip, I'm like, I'm calling Brian White. I'm going to Oklahoma on my way home, and he's going to be my last interview. But what a great interview it was. Love that guy.
Yeah, man. Actually, the Quail bass player, Caleb Shodom, used to play bass for me for a while back in the day. Whenever I needed a feeling, that's one of my best friends. Shout out Caleb Shodom.
Oh, yeah.
Love that dude. And, man, we've had some fun times. That's him and B. White are probably the funniest guys I know in the scene. Mike McClure, Shodom, B. White probably could be stand-up comedians.
Really?
Straight up.
Well, Brian's funny. He's a funny guy. But once again, just gave me his cell phone number. 5 years later, I called him, and he goes, come on. wanted us to come stay at his house.
Right.
But Rio told us that house is haunted. So just so you know, Brian, we know your
But
house
it's
is
only
haunted.
Brian that's haunting you.
So you never know.
I thought there was ghosts, but it's just you creeping me out.
Hey, before we get out of here, play me a song on this guitar.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, and I checked the tuning, but you know, I'm tone deaf, but you give it a pick and see what you think.
That should work.
All right.
Let's see. What do we do?
Set it up. Tell me something. You got something new that's kind of...
Let me see. Let's do didn't do this one last time, did I?
I don't remember.
Me either.
Yes, it is the same one you did last time.
That's okay.
No, that's cool. I'll do a different one. Cut.
Yeah, no.
Bang into new one. All right.
Yeah, we can start all over again.
Let's do I'll do Road Dog.
Okay. All right.
Now we're good to go. Road Dog.
Okay.
I've seen every highway. I burned up every interstate. From Detroit to Minnesota, Austin to LA. Ain't no truck stop I ain't stepped in, no stranger I've ever seen. I'm just a R-O-A-D-D-O-G. Yeah, now life is the hard life, it's my life, for mine and me. 'Cause it's stage lights, more tail lights, more stage lights. Ain't no glory in these dreams. These tattoos and these scars, they tell you where I've been. Oh, I went to hell and back, I ain't scared to go again. There ain't no jukebox, I ain't rock no honky tonk I've never seen. Just a R-O-A-D-D-O-G. Yeah, now life is a hard life, it's my life, for mine and me. 'Cause it's stage lights, more tail lights, and more stage lights. Ain't no glory in these dreams. Woo! Yeah, now life, it's the hard life, it's my life, for mine and me. 'Cause it's stage lights, more tail lights, more stage lights. Ain't no glory in these dreams. Just a R-O-A-D-D-O-G. Just a R-O-A-D-D-O-G.
Awesome. Put your signature on there somewhere. This is a whole different one. This is number 6. Yeah, thank you. Well, cool. We appreciate you taking time.
Taking these two with me.
You take all you want. I got lots of them. All right. Well, Yeah, we didn't keep you too bad. This is a little longer than the last one we did, but
Dude,
hey, we every time
lock
we do
the
them,
doors. I'm here all night.
Yeah,
Let's
you
keep
go.
it going.
Let's keep it going. We could talk for hours, but
Son.
you got to get back up there and sign autographs and kiss babies. And
I'm late.
You are late. Hey, thank you again, man.
Thank you.
Hey, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host Byron Duff, and here with Mr. Ellis Bullard, we are in Challis, Idaho, at the BBR. Adios for now. We'll see you somewhere down the road.
God bless you.
Thank you.